leverage and take their stuff. And if you're the man, it's even taking even more than half your stuff. So anyway, it's tough out there, everyone. And I've been somewhat radicalized in just pondering these questions and then thinking for my own life, or even on a societal level, like, well, how do we dig ourselves out? And I don't know that I have any really good answers, but the only answers that I have arrived to so far are what most of the people, most mainstream people brought up in, someone said, the Catholic schools, or most of the people going to these No Kings protests, or all this stuff. If you polled Americans, they would consider my ideas quite, or some of my conclusions are unpalatable and extreme, but nobody's really otherwise even openly addressing the question in any meaningful way or proposing solutions. So I would just put it to everyone, do you want your society to survive decades or even centuries into the future, or are you just kind of gonna roll over and watch it, just be like, well, that's how it goes. Anyway, I'm not someone to just roll over and die, so I wish everyone well. It's a beautiful day. I just got back from Europe, and also to just say about religion is there's something profound about going in those old cathedrals that have been there for centuries. I was in a church that was there for over 1,000 years in south of France, and there's something very special about those spaces, and something lost in a society that no longer values or creates or really utilizes those spaces as they were intended. But anyway, I wish everyone well. Very beautiful weather on the East Coast, and to any of my friends in the audience in New York, I'm hoping to go to New York in the next couple of weeks probably. So get to think, but happy Sunday.
Thank you, Agent. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Provocative thoughts, interesting insights. Dr. Francine coming to us from the sunny state of Arizona. Dr. Francine, do you like a fresh five?
Sure. I'd like a fresh five to speak to you.
Well, you're free to do that. I'm a mod. I'm driving the jalopy. You can absolutely speak to me. Whatever you'd like to talk about, I'm here.
Okay, well, I've been, I come to this room a lot, and I define as an atheist, meaning that I don't believe there's any higher power.
Okay, this is 3-minute poem with Candida John. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover giving you your ASMR hypnosis and healing program to defeat the rhino, the super vaccinologist, superpower, super spreader, Darren the Hood. Go to johnforcongress.com. This is called The Goad, Amsterdam, December 23rd, 1897. Let me pass out beyond the city gate. All day I loitered in the little streets of black worn houses, tottering like the fate that hangs above my head even now. This is called The Goad. Meat,
prayer and defiance as not hearing it. They lean these old black streets, little sky peeps through the gap. The rough stone path is lit just for a little by the sun, and I watch his red face pass over, fade away. To other streets and other passengers, see him take pleasure where the heathen pray, see him relieve the hunter of his furs. All the wide world awaiting him, all folk. Glad it is coming, only I must weep. Rest he or sink, my weary eyes invoke only the respite of a little sleep. Sleep, just a little space of sleep, to rest the fevered head and cool the aching eyes. Sleep for a space, to fall upon the breast of the dear God, that he may sympathize. Long has the day drawn out, bitter frost sparkles along the streets. The shipping heaves with the slow murmur of the sea, half lost in the last rustle of forgotten leaves. Over the bridges past the throngs the sound, deep and insistent, penetrates the mist. I hear it not. I contemplate the wound stabbed in the flanks of my dear silver Christ. He hangs in anguish there. Crown of thorns pierces that palest brow. The nails drip blood. There is the wound. No Mary by him mourns. There is no John beside the cruel wood. I am alone to kiss the silver lips. I rend my clothing for the temple's veil. My heart's black night must act the sun's eclipse. My groans must play the earthquake, till I quail at my own dark imagining. And now the wind is bitterer, the air breathes snow. I put my Christ away, turn my brow towards the south steadfastly. My feet must go some journey of despair. I dare not turn to meet the sun. I will not follow him. Better to pass where sand and sulfur burn, and days are hazed with heat, and nights are dim with some malarial poison. Better lie far and forgotten on some desert isle, where I may watch the silent ships go by, and let them share my burden for a while. Let me pass out beyond the city gate, where I may wander by the water still, and see the faint few stars immaculate, watch their own beauty in its depth, chill their own desire within its icy stream. Let me move on with vacant eyes as one lost in the labyrinth of some ill dream. Move and move on and never see the sun. That all the mist with orange red gold.
This is called the Goat. Amsterdam, December 23rd, 1897. Pass up. Little streets.
This is a 3-minute poem.
What was it called? The Proof for God or something. And in it, he talks about arguments for God's existence. And he says these are just suggestions, but he has a chapter, The Ultimate Argument. And the ultimate argument for a guy that passed through New York a lot was, he said, the most relativistic liberals, progressives that he encountered in New York, always became objective about morality or something they cared about. Whether it was female circumcision or this kind of human right or something, that all of a sudden morality was not a construct, and they sounded like a fundamentalist, as if the laws that they were talking about were not just cultural constructions, they were handed down by some transcendent reality, and they were truth with a capital T. We just can't get away from that emotionally, and so I don't know what that means, right? But I mean, I think it's interesting, Dr. Francine.
Have you ever taken a course in neuroscience? Because that's what's bugging me. You know, it's like I just took a class. I think I might have said this in another room, but MIT puts its courseware up on the internet for nothing, and you can take any course you want. And I just finished a course called Cognitive Neuroscience, and the person who taught it is awesome. And she's happens to be a woman, but the person who taught it's really awesome. And she taught us a lot about how the brain works. And I don't understand where God fits into this discussion of how the brain works, but I don't think it actually leaves out a space for a godlike figure either. It's just that you can't see where that is in the brain.
Yeah, I agree. I don't necessarily think there's a God particle in the brain or something. I don't think, but I do think that societies and individuals, right? Most, I mean, again, there are probably exceptions. Nietzsche might be an exception to this, but he's pretty rare and remarkable individual and my favorite philosopher. But in general, people just need transcendentals, right? People will function with them, right? Now, people can push against them, but we will just slide back into truth with a capital T, right? Into morality with a capital M, despite the fact that we will say morality is subjective, morality is a construct, all this stuff. We will, in our lives, act like it's not. We will act as though this thing is not just a cultural construction that's completely relative. We will assert it as if it's objective and absolutely true. I mean, most people. Now, some people might be exceptions to that. I mean, but in my experience, nobody.
Scott is what I like to call a technical jargonist.
That relativistic. It's just psychologically really hard to do. Again, some people might be able to, but in my experience, very few are. So, yeah.
Mr. Richard, I'd like to make a colorful
My main man, go ahead, buddy.
colorful comment. In this discussion, we're talking about truth and morality. Always keep in mind that the internet is not
This is called the Go.
Truth.com.
Amsterdam.
This is a
Some
fact.
2030.
Is a hardware store.
Let me pass out all the city.
Minnesota.
The little streets and back houses talking.
Richard, you're always here for deep insights and comic relief. We love.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out whether that was helpful to me or not. If I still have, and I know which is a very intelligent guy, but here's another thing. A lot of you know Ed Nussbaum. He was my business partner.
This is called the Go.
He died 2 weeks ago. And so when the
I'm sorry for your
woman...
loss, Dr. Francine.
Thank you, Scott. But what was really interesting to me is that this morning when the woman with the Ouija board was, and the person who had the ability to contact the paranormal was on, I was thinking to myself, is there a way to open my mind to something like that so I could talk to Ed again? It's like when you have an experience like a loss, like I had, you realize what is limiting about the view of consciousness that we have, and I would love it to be expanded if there were a way.
Yeah,
I still want to speak on that.
Yeah, I'll come to you in a minute. Maybe after the bottom of the hour. Yeah, Dr. Francine, I think that this is, again, I've mentioned this for Russ Douthat from the New York Times, his book, Believe, Why Everyone Should Be Religious. He makes a lot of these kinds of experiences, right? Of these supernatural experiences with the dead, with other sorts of things that but who knows? I mean, again, the world is a really mysterious place. Thanks, Dr. Francine. I want to go to candidate for Congress, John Kitover. John, would you like a fresh five? How are you doing fresh from the campaign trail? What do you got, baby?
I'm doing great. I'd like to discuss the campaign for a minute and then just read a poem for 60 seconds. We gathered...
Read for 60 seconds. Yeah, we have that rule.
Yeah. So in terms of the campaign, we got another 100 signatures this weekend. I'm paying $1 a signature to a highly motivated individual who absolutely does not want to see Democrats in power ever again. And they're not even concerned about my opponent or my politics. They just are absolutely disgusted and despise Democrats. And so they're doing whatever they can politically. The reason of their motivation is Charlie Kirk, a amongst other things. And especially in the No King's Day protests, we got a lot of signatures. A lot of people are disgusted with the clownish behavior of these Democrats at the No Kings protest. Just a bunch of sheep zombies with no original thoughts, just totally conditioned and brainwashed to do what their masters at MSNBC and other media outlets tell them to do through all their social media channels and on the television. But anyways, I know there's a bunch of atheists in this room.
You know that, John.
Oh, this is my 60 seconds, Dr. Francine. I'm going to read a
Yeah,
poem.
let's not interrupt.
Don't worry, Dr. Francine. I know you're one of the good ones. This is called Logos, and it's written by Aleister Crowley, my favorite poet. Not many people read poetry these days, but I read in a poem that if you live in poetry and read poetry, you can actually be happy in this lifetime and have a little joy and a little love. So this is a meditation. Take the deepest breath of the day. Hold it for 10 seconds. This is called Logos. Out of the night forth flamed a star, mine own. Now 70 light years nearer as I urge, constant mine heart through the abyss unknown. Its glory my soul guide while spaces surge about me. 70 light years as I near that gate of light that men call death. Its cold, pale gleam begins to pulse, a throbbing sphere. Systole and diastole of eager gold. New life, immortal, warmth of passion bleed till night's black velvet burn to crimson. Hark! It is thy voice, thy word, the secret seed of rapture that admonishes the dark. Swift by necessity, most righteous drawn. Hermes, authentic augur of the dawn.
Beautiful. What a wonderful reading by the Congressman.
Can we apply that no sound effects rule to like doing stuff on your end too? Because that's really painful, John. You should consider people that have sensory disorders before you do it.
Ooh, sensory disorders. Ow! I don't like your sound.
Rule that the only one that's allowed to do sound effects is yours truly.
Uncle Steve, welcome back. What did you do in the break? How did you spend your break?
Refilled my coffee cup. Had another tequila sunrise mimosa or whatnot. Checked on the update on the news. I'm still waiting for the final numbers.
He's drinking early.
And I predicted it.
All right, this is candidate John for Congress. I hope you enjoyed that poem. I usually prank all these people, but this is candidate Congressman John Kitover. Go to johnforcongress.com. I hope you enjoyed it.
We've had 631 souls come to the room this morning. 631. A new record.
Yesterday we had over 680 souls. So our numbers are just growing. Reverend Scott, XO co-captain, thank you very much for holding down the ship. We are definitely going to shut down in 28 minutes. So if you're in the audience and you want to come up, please do. And Reverend, has Sandy spoken yet? Yes or no? Do you know?
I have not. Sandy spoke in the last hour, but
Sandy didn't speak. Okay, I want to.
Well, I'm Dr. Francine. This is my 60 seconds.
Everybody that's on stage will get a chance to give your closing thoughts.
All right, hit that like button, leave a comment for me, subscribe. This is the world famous Steve Appel here on Clown House, doing his show with his mod squad. Bunch of sour old angry atheists.
Let's go to Honey first, and then Leroy. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
a little joy and love. So this is a meditation. The deepest breath of the day. The deepest breath for 10 seconds. Other than I forth, playing the song, mine own. Now 70 light years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't get a straight answer regarding God's role in Gaza. It's been a long time. I know that this is a battle of principalities and spiritual warfare, and I know that the Jews and the Christians and the Muslims are all very, very important roles that they're playing in this battle, this spiritual battle that's been talked about in books and folklore.
Is it really a spiritual battle? I gotta tell you, and I've said this.
I'm just trying to get this question out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go on. You asked your question,
So
and then I'll respond.
Yeah. I'll keep talking. So I was just trying to get to this point that I just don't understand what what role God is actually playing. Is Yahweh doing something? Is Jehovah helping the Palestinians, or is he helping the Zionist movement with their tanks to destroy these homes? Like I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and none of these people ever give me a fucking straight answer. And it's ridiculous and gross, right? If you want to fucking act like God is backing up some of your fucking weird larpy shit, give me some substance, right? Give me something. Instead, all they do is something like some previous speaker said, oh, they're ridding the world of cancer. They're getting rid of evil. Like, this is dangerous talk, people. It's fucking 2025. If you're over 40 years old, you need to fucking take a good look at yourself and decide what the hell you actually believe, because it sounds like you're just a LARPing piece of shit when you do this, and you're part of the problem. So help me out. Back to the question. What the fuck is God actually responsible for at any given moment in any of this? I'd like to hear your answers, because I never get the straight ones.
I got a third one.
Yeah, however, it's not your turn yet. That's not the way we run the show. This is why the show is called Ask the Atheist with Reverend Scott and the Mod Squad. We discourage very much talk between the people directly on stage, and you just talk to the mods or myself. Here's my answer. First,
Yeah, hold on really quick. I gotta address
I thought you finished your question.
Yeah. No, let me do this, Steve. In the audience, someone said this is an angry anti-Semite. You know what? Suck a dick. I'm not anti-Semitic. I fucking don't care. If you're a Jew, be a Jew. If you want to say that you believe this stuff, say it. Just say it's your opinion. Say it doesn't mean it's factual. I'm not against Jews. I'm not against Muslim people, right? There's nice Muslim people. There's nice Christian people. I used to be a Christian. I grew up around Christians. I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to Abrahamic religions. To call me anti-Semitic because I'm anti-genocide, anti-bullshit, that's a fucking weak-ass position, and you need to reassess your life.
Hold it for 10 seconds.
Are you finished, and may I answer?
Yeah, I'm done now.
No, thank you, man. And I will answer. I'm going to give you a first-class escort to CID. Thank you very much. And now I will answer. Firstly, I'm 65, so I clearly qualify as over 40. I don't think I'm part of the problem. But that's just me.
70 light years as I near that gate of light that men call death. Its cold, pale gleam begins to pulse, a throbbing sphere, systole and diastole of eager gold. New life, immortal, warmth of passion bleed till night's black velvet burn to crimson. Hark! It is thy voice, thy word, the secret seed of rapture that admonishes the dark. Swift, by necessity's most righteous drawn.
Oh, thanks for that prayer. I really liked that last week. Really touched me.
Time for you to get in there.
Get under the wings of the blessed holy ancient one.
No, I need you to. You're still a candidate, right?
Yeah.
I used to run campaigns.
Yeah, you said you have quite a story and a
I know,
journey.
but I want to help you.
Well,
It's not about me.
we got a guy on the ground right now. We got another 100 signatures this weekend, and then October 27th, I have to drive to Springfield and drop off the packet. And
You're in Mass? What state are you in?
Illinois.
Oh, Illinois, Springfield, Illinois. I always say Springfield, Mass. Wow.
Yeah, I kind of had a disaster emergency over here at my house. I had a guest from Airbnb that trashed my apartment and let his dog use it as his toilet. So now I have to throw everything out and totally redo it all. I mean, it's the stains and the odor. Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh.
Very, very, upset
It's
about
rare,
it.
but it happens at Airbnb. It's rare.
I'll never let anybody with a dog stay here again, basically. But, I mean, it could have been this, it was a big dog. But anyways, he got me good. I did not keep up with him. I'm too busy here working, hoping people are being responsible young adults. Instead, this guy is a piece of trash.
And there's nothing that Airbnb could do to take pictures?
Yeah, photos, videos, and I submitted all the claims I'm asking for. Was like $5,000 in damages.
From Airbnb?
Yeah, he's not responding. He has 72 hours to respond, and he has I don't think he's logging into the app, and because he never responded to my messages. So if he doesn't respond, Airbnb will make the decision about what kind of compensation I'm going to get. If they compensate me, it'll be great because then I can just make the place even nicer.
Did you take pictures? You had pictures yourself, right? So
Yeah.
you gave it to Airbnb. So that's the end of that.
Yeah, it was some young girl, flight attendant, checked into the unit yesterday, and she was like, "There is a persistent odor and stench that has attached to my clothing, and I am extremely concerned." I was like, "Oh no."
Well, that's not good.
I was like,
That
"Yeah."
is not good.
It's just dog piss and the dog odor. Like they sat in that bed for 3 months. He never washed the sheets once. The mattress is garbage now. Brand new memory foam mattress. I mean, dude, sorry, Grace. This guy is just
No.
dirty
I'm
as
with you. You can say whatever you want. I hear you. I think that Airbnb better take care of this. It goes through them. They're the ones who do the weeding out. That's what you pay for as somebody who, that's the whole point. They do the reservations and they're supposed to guarantee this.
Yeah, they really try to put the they have all these guidelines in terms of service and so many ways to get kicked off of the platform, and then you got to get special proof. Like it is, they make you really go from department to loop to like it's intense, but hopefully they.
Doesn't matter. You know what the biggest thing is? You should talk to a lawyer friend, because the biggest thing is that they are to weed out the people that they are allowing through the app.
It's crazy. The guy had all positive reviews. I gave him 1 star, but everybody else gave him great stars. But maybe because he didn't travel with his dog, and this was like, anyways, the guy got me. He destroyed the studio apartment. Like everything is. I may have to paint the walls even to cover up.
Sure, because it permeates through the walls. Absolutely, it does. It's just you can't get away with it.
Oh my
once
god.
they do that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the painting is the hard part. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted just from cleaning it. I spent 2 days cleaning it, and
I'm so sorry. So sorry. It's rare, but it's they are the agent that actually made the booking and is supposed to weed out people like that. Did you look online and see if he's ever pulled something like this elsewhere? That'll help your case. You need to do that. I know it's hard, but just do it.
Yeah, that's true. I should Google them.
Because then the B&B, the people who did the booking are totally responsible, not you. Especially if they've had a bad review before. But just see, because people like that have a tendency to do it over and over again.
It's crazy. It says he's a host on Airbnb.
Well, if it says that he's a host on Airbnb and you've got pictures of what has happened, you go right to Airbnb. The worst is that he doesn't get to be a host anymore. And that's he did it and he's got to live with it. And
Yeah, I was nervous about even going down there and interacting with him. So that was kind of why I didn't keep up with him or like even check on the unit, just because like I'm worried that you knock on somebody's door, they're gonna pop out with a knife, and just stab you. Like, who the hell? I don't want to have to physically interact with the, depending on the person. Yeah, I mean, anyways, the purpose of this room is to relax me. And talking about this, because basically,
I wanted to push you to get it all done.
Yeah, I mean, I cleaned it as best as I could, so it's like in a secure position. Now it's just I'm gonna have to do it step by step. So it's a systematic tear down and junking, and it's like I got it stationary. So
we're not talking about it anymore.
But I just read a really nice poem called Logos. Amazing little poem. It's very short.
Read it.
So I recorded, I record all this and I put it on YouTube. Trying to get this one camera to work over here, but it's not. Okay, it's a short one. So this is a meditation, relaxation, deep state hypnosis, ASMR, NLP relaxation video. It's a breathing and meditation. So take the deepest breath of the day. I'm going to hit a little bell here. Hold it for 10 seconds. This is called Logos. Out of the night forth flamed a star, mine own. Now 70 light years nearer as I urge constant mine heart through the abyss unknown. Its glory my soul guide while spaces surge about me. 70 light years. As I near that gate of light that men call death, its cold, pale gleam begins to pulse. Throbbing sphere, systole and diastole of eager gold. New life, immortal, warmth of passion bleed, till night's black velvet burn to crimson. Hark! It is thy voice, thy word, the secret seed of rapture that admonishes the dark. Swift, by necessity, most righteous drawn, Hermes, authentic augur of the dawn.
Well, I needed that. Thank you. I can only thank you for coming back from teaching this morning. Thank you.
It's a nice little poem.
Yes, very good. Very good. I needed the center.
Yeah, this app is very good at knocking you off center and repositioning you from holding onto the center. It's not a meditation app. It's like a brain scrambling app or a conversational hypnosis app. It's a pit or a web or a net. People that come here, some people can't leave. And if you realize that what most people say is totally unnecessary, 99.9% of everything you hear on here is, unnecessary. And it's a lot of...
I never use that word, but it's very appropriate.
Yeah, because all your thoughts and words is your time, so people are just wasting it on totally unnecessary thoughts and words, and you'll hear all kinds of stupid stuff on this app. You're like, I can't believe I just spent 3 minutes listening to this person tell the most ridiculously stupid story about how they can talk with dead people, and they've been speaking to dead people since they were 3, and we're doing tea parties, and you're like, this is so stupid. But it's like a show. You have to accept it as like you're choosing to watch a TV show.
I call it the gotta go moment. I gotta go. I'm not going. I'm just saying that's my answer to some of these people. Gotta go.
Yeah, there might be a topic you're interested in. I know you do a lot of Jewish Palestinian debate rooms and Israeli debate rooms, but I mean everything.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah,
I did it once.
No, I mean you do a lot of you do. I don't even know if Bibi's doing it anymore, but now that the conflict is like died down.
Yeah, Bibi, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Bibi, he's out there fighting Mr. Batman. Yeah. I just sit there and listen. I need to see what the world has to offer.
Yeah,
I've got something big to talk about. I need to have it be with the people who are working hard at making the world a better place. That's all. Otherwise, it's ridiculous.
Well, I would say that like every conversation has already been had on this app. Like you can't have a new one. You can't. I have been recording these debate rooms for many years now, and there's just absolutely nothing new. Nothing. And if anything new came out, it would be a person, basically on the app who all of a sudden is able to put together big rooms. I don't know. I don't know if you know Issa Guatemala, but she puts together an interesting clique of people.
What's so interesting about her?
It's not her in particular. It's just how the app and human psychology functions, how people get together and have, raucous debate and conversation. It's not her. I'm just thinking, like, where people are, what they're doing, and how they're spending their time. Because people, they come back to this app and they say, I have been off of this app for 2 weeks, for 3 months, and I don't even care about this anymore. But then they're still talking about it, and you're like, oh,
Absolutely. That's
but
exactly what
you
you're
know,
doing.
so it's funny.
That is very interesting. But there have been some good conversations over time, and I've met some people that, from a long time ago that I met in person. Very nice people. I'm very lucky.
No, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't do it often. I haven't done it in like 2 years. But before that, when the app started, it was very nice. Maybe I can't give you any of this. I'm so sorry. Daddy says no. Sorry. I'm sorry, baby. This is Mommy's lunch. She's sitting there, and I was like, no turkeys. Yeah, like they
What is it, your dog or your cat?
No, it's one of my favorite things that God gave me. It's my favorite thing. I'm sorry. Go talk to Daddy. Daddy wants to. Can do you have anything for her? Who else is coming? Daniel. He's not coming here. He's wanting me to go elsewhere. Stop the war. The war is not stopping. Yes, sweetheart.
I know, it's so funny how, like, one day they'll say the war has stopped, the next day they'll say it hasn't stopped. Every day is just like a clickbait day, because obviously nobody can predict the future. Like, there's going to be some kind of sustained peace. So every day is just a clickbait day. It's disgusting because you realize.
This is my life work. It doesn't. I don't care what they put up there.
Well,
Constantly in the world. That's my life.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you can get a little cynical knowing that you're getting manipulated every day by communication and the spam, and how, like, you can't really, like, break free from it.
Yeah. Well, it's not spam for me yet. There's your person who's still on top of this.
Well, I'm just saying, you, like, right now you're putting something in your mouth, and right now something's coming out of your mouth, and, something's coming in your ears, but nothing's coming out of your ears. And so I'm just saying that the head has, your nose, 2 functions in the mouth, 1 function in the ear, your eyes. So that's 5 choices that you make a day. What you're listening to, what you're looking at, what you're consuming, and what you're saying. So that's what I say. It's like, eventually you have to like the topic and be very, interested in it in order to continue to pursue it. But I'm just saying that a lot of people give up their energy and their essence with a very low return on that investment. And so I'm just, like, trying to control what I listen to, what I'm saying, what I'm hearing. And if I do listen to any outside content, it's like name that tune. I just want to hear it quickly, and then I want to return back to what I'm doing, because I don't want to engage in what other people are doing. And a lot of these long conversations and debates can go for 3 hours, 4 hours, and, like, there goes your day. You really only have a couple hours to do things. So this app can make you very unproductive.
It can. It definitely can. But I just have a teaching group.